Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSP Racing Friday night at Watkins, Glen. I don't have my main screen full screen. Let's fix that. I'm your host, Shawn with my partner in the booth, Milt Jr., road course specialist. Ready here to call it with me. How you doing there, Milty?
I'm doing great, man. Last minute texting, which I'm messing that up, but Watkins Glen, man. I mean, a track I've been at and watched my dad run, and I know a lot of the history, and we got a big field and great drivers, great road racers gonna tackle this thing, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah, so this is one of the easier road courses to drive, in my humble opinion, as a not road course specialist myself. This is the modern 2010 version, even though these are the 1988 cars. So you see Mark DeRocket Descenza there just took the 3 Wrangler Jeans machine through the bus stop. The modern layout there that was added in 1991 after J.D. McDuffie's wreck here, going into the carousel. But otherwise, this track is, very much, or more or less unchanged over the years. They've been running here ever since they stopped running Riverside. And,
yeah, I can remember going right by that guardrail. That was where the great Francois Savard was killed. A good friend of my dad and my stepmom's. Their heart was broken in '73. If you watch the movie Rush and they talk about that wreck that happened, they never
went under the guardrail.
Never mentioned his name, but that was Francois Savard. Handsome, talented Frenchman. They just went in too hard and ended up under that guardrail.
And you can see now the guardrails are much different than back then. There are 3 layers. They go all the way down to the ground to prevent tragic accidents like that. Just another reminder of the amazing safety innovations they've made over the lifetime that folks like you have spent in the sport. The quantum leap you've seen things evolve by. So let's get our starting grid up here. And you see Isaac Johnson making the occasional Friday night start here this year, and he's got that 72 car on the pole. He is going to be hard to catch here tonight. He's fast everywhere, but he's fast everywhere, but he is greased lightning around this track. Good luck catching Isaac. Dan Irvine with a strong run there, and second spot. Missed last week. I'm not sure what was going on there, but he's right back at it tonight. Alex Jarvie, look at that. Got the end. Dan Jones, a couple of Canadians rounding out your second row there.
Hey.
Yeah, there he is.
Speaking of the Canadian bond.
Yay. How you boys tonight?
Doing good. So you got a nice boost of confidence in your Tuesday night run here. It looks like it's paying off.
Yeah, I'm just going to hang back here. I'm not going to try to pass any of those 3 in the front. There's no chance for me for there. Alex likes to use up his tires, so catch him in the last couple laps.
All right, yeah.
Well,
trying to catch.
Tires are a big, huge thing here. You can't just drive the heck out of the car and expect. You have to pace yourself, and you have to make that pit stop.
Yeah, they got Matt Watkins, Jordan McGregor back there. They're coming.
Yeah, Matt Watkins, I'm not a very good road racer. Are you kidding me? Come on.
He won Tuesday night, of course.
I've heard that story before, So.
Maybe by his own, standards, which are, a bit different than yours and mine.
His last name is Watkins.
I know, it's Watkins Glen.
I texted Jordan McGregor, my teammate at Donkey Bop, which did a great job in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I'd like to say, I think I had a little bit to recruit him. And why? Because I see what he can do. He's going to be starting from the back, and he's going to be coming. You better watch that 30 car.
Yeah, they're still doing the start from the back challenge with the champions here, aren't they? And you see Jordan McGregor taking that provisional, as well as Matt Watkins. It looks like it worked out perfectly for Jordan on the pits, though, because you see he's got a blank pit stall. I'm going to take the mouse from 2 to 2 here. Woohoo! See, that's That's my second computer. It's giving us our alternate view, and that's me. So he's got blank pistols on either side.
In practice, McGregor 1:15.9. That's Kevin Lewis, Damian Gottstilla, two of the fastest guys I've seen at FSB. Those are those type lap times.
But you know what's going to make that a serious uphill battle for him to catch Isaac Johnson is that there's no cautions tonight. It's guaranteed caution-free because we turn... because of the way this game handles cautions, and you'd be here all night with cautions every time someone went a little bit off course, we turn cautions off on road courses. So he's got to count on being very consistent, getting through that lap traffic quickly, and hoping for mistakes from those guys up front if he wants to come from the back to win this. But it's definitely going to be entertaining. I know who we're going to be watching tearing through this field. I know it's going to be entertaining. Rounding out our top 5 here is Pops Margison, another one who claims to hate road courses there in that 99. Mark DeRocket descends a Bill Yarbrough, Dave Ellens, a Friday night road course winner back at Riverside last season. Will Farmer rounds out your top 10, and you get through the rest quickly here. Rick Castle, Keith Cordier, Dennis Balsar, Jeff Habbock, Wes Stubbs, Brian Lamb, Ryan Johnson, the Highwayman, Jim Christopherson, fresh off the most exciting finish on FSB Live history, I think, last week at Talladega. He starts 18th in the 40 car. Danny Falcon, last car return of time. And then your series admin, or your league admin, Sam Young, Matt Watkins, Jordan McGregor, Ed Fowler also starting in the back, along with Chet Barkin, T.G. Reese. And yeah, it looks like T.G. Reese is the last one on the grid there.
Well, I wear different shirts. Can't really see it probably, but like to shout out to tonight to Emery Motorsports, longtime friends of mine and my dad's out of Los Angeles. They've been building hot rods, third generation. Rod Emery builds super speedsters for 1,000 horsepower Porsche speedsters for a lot of rich guys, and that definitely very cool. And so that's my shout out tonight.
So you either want to be in the business of selling those or selling the tires to those guys?
Well, actually, I'm trying. I got a line on a 912 Porsche, which I haven't heard anything from, but they're definitely interested in buying it and deciding what they want to do with it, either making it into a supercar or restoring it, back to prime condition. But might actually be able to make a little money on this. I don't know. We'll see. Just some car sitting out in the field rotting that it's a Porsche. It needs to be, needs to be on the road. So
I was just thinking, 1,000 horsepower. That thing's got to go through tires.
Well, I mean,
like gas.
Man, I wish I could share some of the pictures of the stuff they do. They take these bodies of Porsche Speedsters and break them down. I don't know if I could spin around here without falling down, but you can probably see the back there. Outlaw.
There you go.
They call themselves Outlaw Speedsters, and they're basically 6-cylinder car, like 911 motors cut down into 4 cylinders, and then they put a big old turbo on them, and they can push 1,000 horsepower. I mean, it's crazy. Me and Jim Ray were privileged to be able to walk through their shops. I'm not allowed to say exactly where they're at, but in LA. So, and you look at Jay Leno's Garage. You Google them. Google Outlaw Porsche Speedsters, Rod Emery. They're definitely.
Jordan McGregor has missed the grid.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Where's he at in points right now on the championship?
Well, he was real fired up about
okay.
winning this race and the challenge of coming up. We texted earlier.
He has missed the grid. I was trying to find him on camera 2 here, and I couldn't. And so I tried to select him manually, and he's just not there. That time I acknowledged chat there. We got Tom Jackson, Brian Lamb, Ken Soska.
Well, he's in as far as
Sharam.
the game, so he might have to start a lap down, but he's not booted from the game, so.
Yeah, Jim Sharam checking in the chat. He just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, Joe, not Jim. Sorry. Watching from the firehouse tonight.
Right on, Joe. Mutt 377.
My sister's birthday today, too. Happy birthday, Sandy, if you're watching. I know
Is
sometimes
it still
you do.
Gemini? Because my birthday was last week. Are you
I
still
think so.
Geminis?
I think it's still Gemini.
So
Yeah.
we're Geminis, you know. I just turned 57.
I mean,
So.
Shannon's was 10 days ago. The twins were on the 10th. A lot of June birthdays around here.
So you're going to try to split this into one stop, right?
Absolutely. Because we
that
could
would
go...
be 18 laps, which tire wear will be an issue, especially if you lock them up. As we get ready to go green, the pace car is in. FSBRacing.com, and we are green.
R&D is Isaac
stud,
Johnson, Dan
Isaac
Irvine.
Johnson.
This is the most
Oh,
terrifying
boy,
part of the
Irvine.
night.
Yeah, absolutely. There, Jordan McGregor said to watch out for the 89 tonight. That was his call, text to me. Alex Jarvie is the real deal on road courses. We might get to see that tonight, but that guy in the 007 behind him beat me out of the King of the Hill by 1 point and dual me road racing. Mark DeCinza looking at Pops and he
locks it
into the bus stop.
That was almost big, but he thought better of it, backed out. Keep that car under him now.
Doing that with your tires affects your car. I mean, Yarborough getting a little sideways. Long-time IMSA and Trans Am driver here at FSB. Yarborough's got the stuff. Then you got Dave Ellens behind him. This guy's a really good road racer. We've seen that. Will Farmer, he's pretty good at everywhere, and he's just getting better all the time.
Look at Keith Cordier with the 25 starting up inside the top 10 tonight. It's good. Good start, good qualifying effort for that 25 car. I love this view.
We're missing some cars tonight. Some guys, these road courses are tough, but still a fantastic field. And you're going to get to see the road nuts going at it here. And at Watkins, I'm not a very good road racer. Kiss my, you know what. This guy's coming. He is all over the back of Dennis Balsar. And so is the 124 of Rick Castle and Wes Dobbs. Wanting the show tonight. This guy's got a lot of, experience here, and he's going to want to try to get him a podium tonight. Brian Lamb behind that, longtime road racing veteran. Ed Fowler, we're seeing he's got some skills here for sure. Tim Young falling back, and that pack is falling back. Danny Falcon fighting with steering wheel issues. Got him a new Fanatec steering wheel, and last minute was able to get connected. And with his steering wheel, he ran great for us last week at 24 Hours of Le Mans and finished the car, as did my other teammate there, Chet Barkin, as he goes around in that STP car. They were both my teammates in the 008 car.
West Dobbs very wide in turn one there. Like he'll recover.
Back at the lead, there's that man, mama. Isaac Johnson showing up. The college engineer student loves NASCAR, loves go-kart racer, and, may have a career someday in NASCAR with his skills that he is going to college for.
He's going there for engineering. Whoa, Matt Watkins is airborne through the bus stop.
And Dan Irvine is not letting him go.
And that 15 car was up on two wheels.
We got two Dew cars up front. Do the Dew, and Mountain Dew times two.
Yeah, you got Isaac Johnson in the classic DW style Mountain Dew, and Dan Irvine in that more modern Mountain Dew Voltage paint scheme.
Just a shame for Jordan McGregor as he
I
is
don't
not
know.
in this race.
He hasn't joined in late. I wonder if maybe there was some baby issues there, because boy, do I know how that goes.
Absolutely. The veteran Pop Smargerson, the veterans of veterans of veterans, the venerable one there, doing what he do. Former Winston Cup champion and road racing champion, Trans Am champion. This guy can road race. He's run GTP. He ran back in the day against, guys like Gregor Hoodoo and, guys you see now on R Factor and, running the 24 Hours of Le Mans at R Factor 2 weeks ago. He raced against those guys. He was on a really fantastic team and did well. And that was a long time ago, and he's still trucking. Since kind of falling back a little bit there. Ellens has got a mirror full of Bill Yarborough, also a great road racer. How about the 95 there, off into the grass? Oh, almost contact behind them. Look, let's get some in-car here.
Yeah, let's go on board with Dan Irvine as he chases in the tire tracks of Ryan Johnson. There we go. Actually, let me switch that around.
160 miles an hour into a bus stop, down to 100 miles an hour. Then turn 5 here, long sweeping. You want to get a good exit out here, and he kind of missed that a little bit, but a lot of the cars want to go up all the way. When you see the NASCAR guys run there, they want to go all the way up onto that. I don't know with these cars with the less horsepower. Last corner, I believe that's like turn 7 when you call it this with the short NASCAR track.
I think they still call it 9, but it's, yeah.
Or maybe they still call it 9.
Or 11. 11, actually. Sorry.
Watch a dead short shift there a little bit. Doesn't seem like he has a rhythm here as Isaac just pulls away. Got to try to gather that back up here.
Yeah, Isaac has set sail. Meanwhile, Matt Watkins is all the way up to 11th after starting shotgun on the field.
Turn 1 is, wow. I mean, that's such a hard corner going downhill. Nails the bus stop that time really good. Yeah, this is where you want to be, lower here, and then get that apex coming out right up against that curb. That's way better.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the track, the bus stop and the carousel.
Now, you see the marker on the right-hand side there, 3-2. You want to hit that. Down a gear. I don't know if second gear would be better here or third gear. Looks like it bogged a little bit there. Looks like we're down to first gear right there in turn 1. Then up the hill here, second gear. You feather the gas, feather it, and then find third gear. And then fourth gear. Wow, that's very difficult. Watkins, Glen, New York. Isaac Johnson, last lap, 117.064. Best lap, 116.3. He's crushing it right now. him and Dad raced from the same house. They talk, a little bit of smack back and forth, and Mom keeps him, refereed. This could have changed since he's been in college. I'm not sure, but that's basically the way it was in the past. There, when he was like 16, he's a few years older, still a young man here, and he is destroying this field here. Still got to make it. Do that. We're on the 8th lap right here. Definitely. The battle here is from for the podium here with Jarvie and Mr. Bond, James Bond. I've already expanded on how badass a road racer he is, and these guys here, Mark DeSiza, another guy like Matt Watkins says, I'm not a very good road racer. Well, here he is looking at a chance at a podium here. It's been great. Mark has struggled with health problems, and he's all the way back now, and he's been showing you what he could do. Lorenzo Wanger in the house. What's up?
Alrighty.
We'll continue to go here. Best lap for Dan Jones, 116.9. Now he's at 117.9. Already a second a lap off here. Not really being distracted with lap cars or anything. So we're seeing these cars. And Mark DeSiza is all over the back of Pops Marguson here.
Got a big battle back here. 5 cars under a blanket. From Brian Lamb back to Ryan Johnson. That's 15th through 19th here.
Jim Ray in the house there.
Hey, Jim.
Man, did he crush it last week in Le Mans? Dude, man.
Yeah, congrats, Jim, and all of Team Donkey Bop.
Yeah, we won.
Well, we got Sam Young joining this battle, too.
But, our best drivers, we won the 24 hours of Le Mans and iRacing. And as we see the pass here, I don't even know. I'm just so proud of our team. Nice pass by Mark there. And
nice pass by Ed Fowler there, getting around 2 cars here off the final corner. Looks like we've lapped Danny Falcon here in the 20 car. 2 leaders have put the 21 lap down.
He basically said, the car and the steering wheel is not right, but I'm going to run the race and just trudge along. But he's a smart driver. We saw that at Le Mans this year, last week, but how he handled things. But it was also real funny. I'd love to be on the team channel with him right now because he's definitely very colorful and animated. And here comes DeSiza trying to get around Chet, put Chet a lap down.
Yeah, Chet's already been lapped here. As we're 10 laps into this run here, I figure you're going to see people pit in the next 10 laps. Split this nice evenly in half.
Well, in my experience, 18 is the number you're looking at. If you happen to use your stuff up a little earlier than 17, you can still make it, but then you got to take it a little bit easier.
Yeah, take it easy. Run. You got to really hope you don't lock any tires up. Now, Lorenzo's asking where Tower Jeff Havoc is. The 101 is listed in 21st right now. He's just behind that battle with Sam Young. And there is the 101 Coast Guard Monte Carlo. Looks like he's just sticking to his strategy, keep the car on the gray, and be there for the finish. Nice and smooth, nice and steady.
Jim Christopherson, after winning last week, he's in a battle here, trying to get with Matt Watkins, representing well. He's got skills, and I know Matt has skills. He was my teammate back in the 2000, I believe it was 2008 Le Mans, when we were FSB Racing going, GTP sim, and we raced the 24 Hours Le Mans, and I've never seen anybody.
Whoa, Christopherson is right in front of Matt Watkins and knocks Watkins onto pit road. Oh,
Watkins
no.
down pit road. What's he going to do now? He's got to go through pit road. He can't speed.
Well, he may have already sped. Oh, this could be devastating.
Not a huge hit, but not chump change either. Looking at Christopherson, doesn't look bad. Well, and that's how quick that corner gets to you, because he carries so much momentum out of turn 9 there. And
by the way, some cars came in behind him there. I saw at least the 09 of Brian Lamb and the 59 of Ryan Johnson, as if they were on a two-stop strategy.
Well, they might be, and Christopherson just lifts that car off the ground going through the bus stop. He's wringing the neck out of that thing.
Well, it's got to be real angry now after he slid those tires and he took the hit from Matt Watkins.
Well, now would be the time to stop. If you're going to split it up into two stops and see what he does. Christopherson,
I think after that slide and the damage.
No, he will not.
No, it's not.
He was down low there and decided not to. That means you got to make 5 laps here, so definitely use those tires up. Wes Dobbs here in the 66 car, kind of by himself right now, but still looking at a top 10. This is a great run for Wes. He's done nothing but impress in that Coca-Cola car. And Pontiac.
We build excitement.
What's his other sponsor there?
Let me find them.
On his hood there.
Oh, we got Isaac Johnson and Dan Irvine hitting pit road. So it looks like most of the field's on that 3-stop strategy.
Yeah,
I thought this was going to be a 1-stop run. I thought we could go at least 18
farther back
laps.
a little bit and slower, you might try to make it 1 stop here. Why not? Very difficult. I know I've run here a lot in the Cup cars, and 12 laps is about all you got.
Wow, look at this.
West Dobbs down
chase
pit
on,
road.
Yep, here he comes down pit road. And that is trading paints on the hood of that Pontiac.
That's our trading paints thing for
iRacing, right?
iRacing. We have a great painter that paints our donkey cars up. Very nice.
Yeah, that's one thing I am jealous of with iRacing is that trading paints. That's a pretty nifty feature. Dan Jones should have inherited the lead, I believe. He's currently shown third.
How about Tower in the Coast Guard car? P15 battling against the former champion there, Pops Marguson. They're going at it. What are they going to do? I mean,
I think at least somebody is going to try and do this on 1 stop.
Well, Tower's got his hands full. That car is sideways coming up the hill. And
007 takes the hard right into pit road.
Pop's looking low, and he's not having it, and they have contact. Oh, boy. Didn't feel him coming there, and not a lot of contact, so Tower should be fine there, but definitely when you see a car on the inside there going into the bus stop, he's going to probably try to make that move, so
Yeah.
Tower, a couple of years into sim racing, and he's killing it. I mean, he's getting better all the time.
Meanwhile, Alex Jarvie
we talk
picks
about
up the lead.
character all the time in real life, and then you talk about, I mean, you
Ooh.
don't really know each other in sim racing, but I see a lot of character from this guy with a lot of health problems and stuff, and he's down pit road, 35 miles an hour for the Coast Guard team. Main thing, he hasn't given up. He hasn't gotten discouraged. He's having fun. That's what sim racing is supposed to be about.
Absolutely great attitude.
No
Meanwhile, the 89 of Alex Jarvie has inherited your lead.
24, Rick Castle taking off there. Sam Young, man, he's really struggling. I expect a little more for Sam. He's a heck of a road racer, but that car is a handful tonight.
I really think Alex Jarvie is going to be the one that goes for the one-stop strategy here.
Well, that's what Jordan McGregor was talking about. Watch out for the 89 car. He's got a big plan picture.
Big picture plan, you mean?
Whoa! Wow, Ed Fowler sideways. Great save coming out of the bus stop. That was great car control. The dude was surfing right there. We got Jordan McGregor in the booth. Jordan, what happened, man? You didn't make the race, bro.
Hey, sometimes real life happens. I was in the process trying to sell the real race car, and they showed up too late, so kind of hurt me tonight. Yeah,
we were thinking like baby because you got a young.
Yeah, because been there, done that.
There, but absolutely. Well, Jordan, man, I mean, what a great run you had. And
Alex Jarvie to pit road.
And Alex is the guy you were telling me about. We were texting before the race. Gonna watch this guy. Okay, if he's pitting on lap 16, he's gonna be coming out at 17. That's doable to finish the race.
Yeah, just can't lock up any of those tires, and you can make them that extra lap.
There's some great videos. Frankly, I haven't. Wow, man! Ryan Johnson just pile driving through the bus stop. But there's some great videos. Jordan McGregor, Sim Racing Motorsports.com. His sim racing in different leagues and different sims. You gotta check that out. It's really cool. I've watched a little bit, but frankly, I haven't had the time because they're like last weekend at Le Mans. They were like those videos are like several hours, but you can see his stints from his car and all the stuff he's going through, radio communications, everything. You get a chance, check that out.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun last weekend. I was really looking forward to this race. I had to miss the start of it. But it looks like it's a pretty good race so far.
Yeah, so far so good. Alex Jarvie headed from the lead, waiting for that to cycle through. Looks like he's still got a 3-4 second lead over Isaac Johnson.
Well, timing and scoring is not quite, but caught up. We got some great battles. Brian Lamb looking at Ed Fowler. Ed Fowler, his road racing is really got my attention today. He's very smooth and fast. I think this guy can road race,
There it is. It finally caught up. Isaac Johnson is your leader. 4 seconds over the 27.
Steve Weber, the Big Cactus, former champion and road race winner. Taking a look at Mark DeSouza here, or no,
Keith Cordier.
Keith Cordier. We got a battle here. Oh, Lamb gets sideways. These guys are duking it out as Isaac Johnson is smoking the field, but we got battles all the way through this. We need to focus on that here. The Big Cactus, Steve Weber. And, what do you say about this guy except that he is He's an admin, been an admin, is an admin.
Whoa, big run up there on the 25.
The back of the 25 here.
He had a huge run into the coming out of the S's and had to eat it for a second
side
there.
By side going into the bus stop. Jordan,
whoa, 25 in the grass.
Gives him a smoke show there and gets sideways. His tires are covered in dirt right there. Jordan, you know what it's like. These guys going at, especially following like that, and
next thing you know, you got a windshield full of dirt.
Yeah, you're just guessing where to go at that point.
These guys are all around the same speed and definitely battling. We're talking top 15 here, and they are going at it.
All right, so they were last in. The leaders were in on lap 13, so they're looking to split it into 12-lap runs here. And Alex Jarvie looked like he was going for that one stop.
Far? No, they haven't.
Yeah, nobody's gone all the way as far as I know. Alex Jarvie was the one who looked like he was trying to do it on one stop, but he pitted a lap before halfway.
You know, the great Kevin Lewis used to do, he would pit like a lap earlier, 17, and then try to save his tires a little more in that second run. Because the first run, you're always kind of, grabbing your butt with two hands a little bit, and then you get in a rhythm. Now you got the rhythm of the race. Like Jordan said, he texted me today talking about you better watch that 89 guy, and
he is falling. He has fallen the 24 seconds back, 6th place. 26 seconds now. Should be interesting.
If he can make it all the way with 26 seconds, what? You guys know what the pit delta is? It's more than 26 seconds, I'm sure.
Well, Ryan Johnson working on the 25 now as Keith Cordier is loose off the final corner.
Well, he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, he is. He's got these guys breathing down his neck.
Like, oh my gosh.
Turn 1, great passing opportunity if you can outbrake them or make them go wide, and it's like that's what's going to happen. But yeah, we're looking for those final pit stops for the 2-stop strategy guys in the next 4 to 5 laps.
Ryan Johnson, where did he come from? Oh, Ed Fowler doing a little bit of landscaping. Coming up that hill flat out, second into third gear. You could die right there.
Yeah, Ed Fowler's been doing quite a bit of agricultural racing tonight as I've watched him. Seen him on the grass more than a few times, kicking up dirt.
Well, it takes, focus, and this is actually a short race, but like Jordan could expound on like what it was like to run Le Mans. Man, I mean, focus is your thing, and road racing is about hitting your marks, and racing the track. And then when you got guys around, you got to race them. And Ryan Johnson goes around.
Oh, hard luck for the series admin. Oh, and here comes Brian Lamb, was trying to make his pit stop and finds him right in front.
Contact?
No, it looks like Lamb didn't know he was there. He's coming off lines to make the pit entry, and all of a sudden he just had the 59 there in his way.
So obviously Lamb, I'm not sure what strategy he's on.
I'm not either. It's like a modified 2-stop where he short pits the second one and makes a nice.
Well, he may have.
14-lap run.
We may have not seen. He may have had some damage, or as we're looking at on pit
road.
Point. Tick, 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 tick.
I know before I jumped in here, I heard him say he lost second gear.
Okay. So he might be done. He's sitting there. He's not even in his stall.
Yeah, he might have lost another gear and just been pulling it in. Sometimes, man, when you lose one gear, it's not.
And he's done.
Long before you lose another one sometimes.
Brian Lamb is done, the 09 car.
And there you have son-lapping father as Isaac Johnson goes around Ryan Johnson.
Well, dominating, destroying this field tonight is Mama, there goes that man. He's thrown some, jabs at me in the past. Like, come on, old man, get your butt out here, and I'll whip you too.
Speaking
hopefully,
of,
one of these days, I can do that, and
we have a report
I'll take
there.
it like a man,
We have the report there in the YouTube chat. Brian Lamb lost second and third gear, so that's just
you're done.
That's
You're
untenable.
done.
You cannot run around with just first and fourth. And
Matt
meanwhile,
look, trying to win a championship up
in
to
fourth. That's what I was trying to get to there. Yeah, Matt's all the way up to fourth spot.
Man, me and that dude have had these conversations, which, I don't know if you know what FOS is, but you can use the acronym because I feel like sometimes he's full of, what? Because I'm like, dude,
Spice?
man, you're a lousy road racer. Are you kidding me, dude? I don't care. You put this guy in a car anywhere, in any sim, he's going to figure it out,
Let's be watching the scanner. We're going to look for these leaders to come in any lap now, possibly even this one.
Okay, I'm going to leave you guys for a minute. And
whoa! The 72 flies really wide there, all the way into the runoff.
This is not over. All it takes is one mistake. Jordan knows that, definitely for sure, and I'll be right back, boys.
Yeah, one mistake, you could end up in that kitty litter easily. You get into that stuff, you're not getting out on your own. We got Ed Fowler joining us.
How's the broadcast going, fellas?
It's pretty entertaining. Someone keeps kicking dust up all over the place. Some yellow car with a chicken place on it.
Well, he's done now.
Uh-oh, what happened, bud?
Well, I got racing hard with Ryan, and I touched him, and he spun. I just retired.
Okay.
I have no idea. I love this place. I'm normally very fast here. I couldn't do anything tonight. Absolutely nothing.
I forgot, these are truck physics, so it's looks like a car, drives like a truck, and comparing yourself to Isaac Johnson around this place is just not fair.
I didn't compare myself to Isaac.
Yeah.
Well, and I've raced trucks here real well. I don't know. I just couldn't get it going tonight. I don't know. I just wrecked out in qualifying, and I seemed pretty fast at the back, but it was so hard to pass back there. I just couldn't get. Once I passed someone, I'd pull away, but I just couldn't pass. It was terrible.
It's better than what I did Tuesday night, which I just decided to shift into first. And it wasn't that I hit the wrong gate. I just said, oh yeah, I'm going to shift to first here. And it was actually third I was going for, and just blew the motor straight out.
Well, it happens.
Yeah. But other than that, I was looking out there. What was the window? Because it looks like we've got Alex Jarvie maybe trying to do it on one stop. Everybody else, literally everybody else, seems to be on the two-stop strategy.
About 16 laps or so is what you're going to be able to get on fuel. I don't think there's any way he'll be able to do it on two-stop or one stop.
Yeah, he's really got to stretch the second one, because he did effectively 17, crossing the line on lap 17 in the pits. If he can find an extra lap and a half, might be able to do it.
I know I had planned on splitting that last stop about down the center, so one can. But
yeah, well, great run, man.
it was a terrible run, Milty.
Man, I don't know, man.
Like I said,
expectations are pretty high in this league.
Yeah, Keith Cordier hitting pit road.
You got to realize who you're racing against. I thought the same thing when I started the 24 Hours Le Mans last week, and I went from 43rd to 53rd, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Should I even be out here right now? But then I watched people die in front of me and crash and burn. And I brought
Matt Watkins. Matt Watkins. Oh my goodness, he barely missed those barrels.
That is Matt Watkins-esque.
Man, did he make the pit speed limit?
This stuff is hard.
Wow. We got 10 laps to go here. Yeah, these guys are running it out much longer than I anticipated on this second run.
That's like a last-minute decision. Or I think he just drove the...
I think you're right, Milty. I think it was a last-minute decision because he felt with these guys not pitting this lap, it was going to be easier for him to pass them by making a good pit stop, getting out ahead of them, and not having to deal with them on the track. Oh, Dave Ellen's off the track in turn 1.
Isaac's pitting this lap.
Yeah, Isaac's pitting this lap, and you saw he swung really wide there on the last turn. Fishtailing it, heading to the pits.
Yarborough out of P9, exiting pit road. Pops Marguson.
And there
Rick
you
Castle
see.
pitted earlier, did he? Or Steve Weber, the big cactus from Arizona is where I'd like to be.
That's a new one on me.
That's I think that's like a Scorpion song.
That'd be why I don't know it. Aren't they like Eastern European? Do they have any idea what Arizona's like?
Germany, actually. It's the Scorpions, yeah. Action, and more action. Let's go.
You got Dave Ellens hitting pit road after his excursion in turn 1.
Dennis Balsar running strong. That 60 Win Dixie car.
Mark Martin, very successful here at Watkins Glen.
I don't hope they, get rid of that because it's politically incorrect. I mean, I understand the climate of today but Win Dixie is just,
Yeah, we'll just leave that alone for now and leave that up to them. It's their store. They can do what they want. And meanwhile, we got Dan Irvine hitting pit road.
Balsar driving the you-know-what out of it there, but he's got company here with Wes Dobbs. You guys are battling for 15th place here.
Oh, we had a heck of a run.
Dobbs down low.
15th, 16th, 17th there for a long time.
Absolutely. We caught a bunch of that. Dobbs makes a nice classic Watkins Glen pass. Best place to pass is turn 1 into the bus stop or into turn 10 or actually.
Yeah, I like coming out of the bus stop into the carousel. It's one of my favorites.
With this layout.
There you got Alex Jarvie on whatever strategy he's on. He's got Isaac Johnson right behind him. So I'm not so sure this will be a race-winning strategy, but if he can make it to the finish, he can steal himself a podium, I think.
Cars spread out. TG Reese, we haven't mentioned him. P18 still trudging along. Just another guy who kind of says, I'm not a really good road racer, but raced against him, 15 years ago, and he can roll, and he's still keeping that car clean and running.
Meanwhile, Matt Watkins is nipping at the heels of the Canadian Bond here. 007 under attack from Pac-Man.
Danny Falcon, steering issues, really struggling, but still on the track and still running with no expectations, but except for one thing, to have fun. And, since Danny's been back sim racing and joining that back with FSB and Donkey Bop and just crushing it, I just love the enthusiasm. The team channel last week was exciting. It was contagious to hear that as he gets passed by Bill Yarborough. Enthusiasm, how much fun he's having. That's what it's all about. He's a great racer. He's a champion at FSB and, an oval master, but he's going after road racing now. Not afraid, willing to learn, and solid run for Will Farmer here. P8 in the Rusty's car. This is, he's going to be happy with this. He would like better, probably a top 5. It's not over yet.
Here comes 72 working on the 89. He's better of it here.
Some bad luck the last few races and ended, in the guardrail, so.
Well, you guys do a great job. I'm out. Have a great night.
All right, thanks, Ed Fowler.
Right,
Checking in from
Thanks, man.
the number 2 Bojangles machine. Turn 1, Isaac looking low. Can't quite seal the deal, but he's still there for the S's.
Still a huge battle here for P5 with these two studs. Matt Watkins, he's taken down low. He's looking into turn 1.
We got the 59. The 59 and Ryan Johnson there is a pick.
Is not going to... Johnson gets out the way, but he still gets the spot. Mr. Bond, James Bond, drove it in a little too hard there, and that's turn 1 at this track. I mean, it can bite you, and then it can bite you again.
Well, meanwhile, Isaac Johnson has
passed
like the 89 with ease, and we'll be checking out.
That was badass, Matt Watkins. You know, the 007 is not done. He is all over the back of the 15. I know I've raced these guys, man. That dude in that 007 is, you know, we hear him on the brakes and stuff, and he gets in here very quiet demeanor, but he drives like a tiger. I'm telling you.
Now, what strategy is Jim? Oh, there's the answer to that. Jim Christopherson hitting pit road now with 6 laps to go from 4th position.
Yeah, he would have liked to have made it to the end there, but obviously he's probably got a red tire or, you know, foreseeing, because these drivers have, you know, screens they can flick over and see how their tires are doing. And
ooh, little bobber for the 15.
My dad be loving this stuff and he's still alive right now. I mean, these guys are going at it. At Watkins, Glen.
You guys keep up the good work. I'll see you all again in a couple weeks at Texas World.
Awesome. Tough breaks tonight, Jordan. Thanks for stopping in, and good luck going forward, buddy.
Yeah, great job at Le Mans
last
week, and glad you're part of our team. Looking forward to you going a lot faster than I can.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
He's good, man. I'm telling you. I know these things. You know?
He's got an eye for talent. Our own Milt Minter. Yeah. Well, this is the hottest battle on the track right now. The 15 and the 007.
He's not in this race, but he's not. And look at the 007 going sideways there.
I think that was his last gas. That may have used up just a little too much tire, and Matt Watkins is pulling away a bit. Dan Irvine, meanwhile, cycled himself back into the 2nd spot as Alex Jarvie continues to fall backwards. Alex Jarvie on those very old oh, look at the front end of Alex Jarvie's car. Oh no, he's taking heavy damage.
Yeah, we might need to take a look at that.
Absolutely, I'm going to back that up for the replay here.
Yeah, his car is severely damaged.
Oh, heartbreaker. So from 2nd spot here, a little while after Isaac had gotten around him, looks like he just lost it in turn 1 coming out of it. That's
how quickly it happens.
Turn 1's really rough. It's downhill. You can take it in 1st gear, you can take it in 2nd, but if you get on the gas a little too soon when you're on that curbing, sometimes it just comes around, especially if you're trying to run it out on old tires like he was. And
yeah, he
heavy
gave
nose
a good
damage
fight
there.
Right there with the damage, but he had to let Dan go, and
he has fallen all the way to 5th place now. He must have sent some tires red in that slide, because he just continues to fall backwards.
Once your tires are on the edge right here, if you got 3 laps to go, you don't know if you can make it. You know, you have to start to pedal it. You know, you don't want to give up spots, but now you got Mark DeSizza coming at you, and sure he's telling himself, his crew chief, which would be him, and his teammates are telling him, dude, you got to back it off, try to get a top 10 here.
Yeah, he's not fighting anything. He's just trying to hold on to that car. and bring it home.
Well, we've seen, what he's done here, and nothing but exemplary, and he's got skills in all disciplines. And I think tonight was probably one of those nights where we really thought he could pull off a win on Friday night, and they're going to box that car here.
Yeah,
he's still thinking about points, and so he needs to get tires. Obviously, he wouldn't be pitting right now if...
Yeah, if tire blows, that's
he's driving 54 down pit road, so he might be parking this car.
Well, speed limit's 55, so...
Oh, okay, I thought it was 35. My bad.
Nope, 55.
A quick stop there, was that a penalty? There wasn't even tires there. I'm a little confused.
I am too, yeah. I'm surprised.
Might have got a stop and go there for something.
If he missed the bus stop, that could be a stop and go. Or maybe he just needed a splash of gas to finish.
That could be it too, but there goes Pops Margerson by him. Now, grandkids, son, family, all watch all the time. Their dad and, his son Toby raced here and won here. He was a heck of a driver, but, life got to the point where he kind of let sim racing go and working on, his family. And my grandpa here is still a stud. And, P10 with these guys ain't over yet, but this is Pops Margerson. Like the champion. When he was a champion, he didn't win a single race, but he showed up every week and he finished well.
That was Steve Weber's championship. Didn't win a race.
Well,
that
so
season.
Was Pop too.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, we got the white flag in the air for
that was before your time.
72. The domination. About to get the punctuation point put on it here with oh my goodness, I think we lost Dan Irvine. Okay, he's back. Whew. Dan Irvine looked like he got dropped from second place there.
It sucks for Isaac because we haven't put much time on him, but because he's just destroyed everybody.
Well, he's got plenty of screen time there with the split screen. He's you see him on the left there pulling away from Dan Irvine.
Where on earth did this guy come from? This Matt Watkins guy?
Yeah, I think it was, the space modulator.
Started in the back.
Yeah, third spot from the back. We got him on the right there. Unbelievable run for Watkins. This is why we call him the GOAT. Dan Jones gave him a hell of a run for his money, though. He'll bring it home P4. As these guys have pretty much locked themselves into position, they just have to make it back around to the checkers.
The 182 space modulator. I've got
my matter transmogrifier.
Yeah.
Marvin Martian.
Yeah, Marvin the Martian is the Monsoon Motorsports team mascot. And he definitely put something extra in the tank for that 15 car. Fantastic run, no cautions. Had a car crash right in front of him, forcing him to pit early. And Matt Watkins brings it home P3. Dan Irvine, solid run, nothing to be ashamed of there.
Grinds the field up in a meat grinder. What's up?
Man.
Yeah.
Good race.
Last lap. Come on, son. Bring it on.
It's home. It's over.
He wants...
He's just bringing it back around.
He wants
Good job, Dan.
To get into NASCAR as an engineer, go-kart racer and winner. Racing is his life, along with his dad, Ryan. Dad brings out the go-karts and he races them.
Ryan is an amazing admin also. I mean, he really is.
Absolutely. Good friend, good admin, so we appreciate everything Ryan does there.
He makes the shows flawless for you guys, I'm telling you.
Meanwhile, his kid stunk up the show. He just waxed the field. Isaac Johnson, the 72 Doom Machine, ready to burn it down.
He stopped
Good
trying
job,
after
Isaac.
2 or 3 laps.
Good job for him.
I had something for Matt there, man, until I blew second.
Oh, he
Yeah,
lost
it was
second
a
gear.
great
Oh
battle,
no, yeah,
bro.
that we were watching that a lot because it was the best battle on the track. You really gave Matkins a run for his money there.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. He was able to bring it from the back like that, though. Looks like
Unreal.
Isaac's just gonna destroy the car there, Jimmy Johnson style.
There was very little action on the racetrack then. I saw very little smoke. I saw very little skid marks.
There were some dust clouds here and there. It was pretty clean. There are a couple little things we caught, but yeah, otherwise
Did you guys catch me, I hope?
I didn't see what happened to you.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. I was actually testing you good. I'm glad.
Oh, Isaac, not a very good burnout there.
Yeah,
He's been too busy, doing life, but he sure knows how to win a race,
and a class. He's been doing a class for us here on.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, running through your standings there while we send Milty or Sammy off to gather up our podium finishers. Again,
Yep,
the race
I'm gonna
winner,
go.
Isaac Johnson, led 29 of the 37 laps, or 36 laps rather. Dominant effort there. 2 laps led for Dan Irvine in second, who was almost 8 seconds back. Matt Watkins brings it home again, P3. Fantastic point night for the 15 car. Dan Jones, great run there. Stuck to your game plan. They really knew you were there. Great run there in fourth. Mark DeSenza hangs on for top 5 there in his home state. Will Farmer, Bill Yarbrough, Jim Christopherson backing up his Talladega win there with a top 10 run here at the road course. Pops Margison and Alex Jarvie hangs on. Oh, looks like he almost lost the top 10 there on the last lap. Couldn't quite make that 2-stop strategy work, but hangs on for a top 10. Definitely gave it a great run tonight with Dave Ellens right behind him. And we got our retirees there. Keith Cordier with an accident. Sam Young with an accident. Ed Fowler retired after believing he caused one. And Brian Lamb with his gearbox failure. But otherwise, only 4 cars retired. We had 3 leaders, and we got Dan Irvine and Isaac Johnson joining us here in the booth. We were not able to round up that alien. Did he run away? Oh, Sam's down getting him. There we go.
There
We got
he is.
Matkins. We didn't think you could get up to the podium from the back like that, especially since you self-profess to hate road courses so much. So tell us about that run there, Matt. What was your strategy, and how did it all work for you?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I thought maybe I could get about 5th, maybe, but it was rolling pretty good. Had a couple good pit stops, which I think helped me hop a few. I was trying to stretch my first run, but someone wrecked and I hit them, and it kind of knocked me in the pit road, so I kind of sealed that strategy.
Yeah, we were concerned
caught
that you
We
were
caught that. That's
knocked
for
over
sure.
speed limit on that, but I guess you were fine.
Yeah, I just figured I'd go ahead and pit instead of try to turn it back on the track. That would have been probably worse. So.
That was the smart move, and it was right in the window anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah, so yeah, it worked out. And, yeah, I'll take it. That was really fun doing that. That was a lot of work. Really good job of Dan, Isaac. They were really fast. So even if I started up there, it would have been really, really hard to beat those guys. I think I could have kept up with them. I don't know if I could have beat them.
Awesome. Well, great run, great points night there, as you definitely will maintain the lead. Let me just make sure if that's refreshed, because you know Ryan's on it. Yep, you gained a couple points there. 37 points up on Mark DeSenza. 7 races into the season here. A pretty commanding points lead. Feeling good to make the rest of the races? Any plans?
That's the plan. The plan is to get the last few out of the way, but nice to have a cushion in case I don't have to.
What, like championship number 8 there? Or...
Is it worth it even counting when you're talking about
something
Matt?
like that?
Got like 100 wins on Friday night. Anyway, great run, Matt. From the back to the front
awesome,
there.
Buddy.
Second place, Dan Irvine. Again, you gave it a solid run too, but What more did you need to run down that 72?
All 4 gears.
Oh, you did second missing a gear?
Yeah, I lost 4th gear right after the second or first pit stop somewhere, around 12, 14 laps somewhere in there. I lost 4th gear.
So I ran the whole thing. That explains a lot. Yeah.
That's incredible that you still held on to second place. So
yeah, I'm lucky. Job. Yeah, I lost about 3/4 of a second, I think, on the laps because I was just looking right before we came in. So it went from like 1:16 to 17. So, and lappers weren't doing me any favors tonight. I had a lot of problems with lappers.
Well, it's tough when you're missing a gear too to get around them because
just the wrong place. Have the
straightaway speed on you.
Yeah, just the wrong. I just catch them at the wrong place. With like in the middle of the corner catching them. And they weren't really paying attention or that. So
yeah, it's hard because you're trying to make the corner and then someone runs up on you like hot pants on a cheerleader there.
Right. Yeah.
I always like following Kevin Lewis for years, always being that P2 guy. Or Damon Gottstilla, the leading car tends to get the better advantage as far as catching lap cars. And they see you coming when you're the leader, but then the second place guy usually, just tends to work out not as well.
Yeah, it's okay. It was a good run.
I enjoyed it. A strong run there.
Absolutely.
You picked up a couple laps led. It's a good points night. Moves you up a spot to 4th in the points.
But I don't know if anybody really had. Isaac Johnson flew in on the jet at the last minute, showed up with just a few minutes left, and
the supposedly retired Isaac Johnson.
Like a Michael Jordan cigar right there. Definitely smoked him. Isaac, man. Obviously, you haven't lost any skills here going to school and stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely tell a couple times in the race where I've definitely picked up a little bit of rust. I mean, I'm still running Monday nights, but I mean, it's nowhere near the same as running every night like I used to. So it was a lot of fun getting to race these guys, and haven't ran a Friday night race, I think, since Indianapolis last season. So
I think we saw you this season so far.
Yeah. I know for a fact I haven't ran this season, but I think it was Indy last time I raced. But a lot of fun, that's for sure. Watkins, Glen, one of my favorite tracks. So I don't know. I was having some weird connection issues tonight. Like I'd shift into third and it'd like wait a few seconds and then it'd finally go into the correct gear. It was weird, but didn't affect me too bad.
Definitely didn't slow you down any.
Yeah, just awesome. Great to see you come out here and wax the field. You remember who I am, folks? I'm Isaac Johnson. I've drove real race car drivers, real race car cars. I'm think about me next time I show up. We are not less to not think about that because you good.
Well, great run there, Isaac, and let's not make his head any bigger than it is already here, Milty.
Well, I mean,
come on now.
It is, bro. I mean, you got to see what you see, and I see what I see. Yeah. Tough luck for Jordan McGregor. I wish he would have.
Yeah, that's really going to hurt
him. To make the start.
That's really why I came out tonight. I wanted to race against Jordan because I heard how great he is on road courses, and I was like, well, I mean, what better way to see who can beat who than Watkins and Glen. So
I would have been real curious to see if he could have gotten up there too, starting in the back like Matt did back there. But yeah, we'll have to find out next time we hit a road course. Next time it's probably going to be either Riverside or Sonoma in the next season. But as for tonight, Watkins Glen, again, your winner, Isaac Johnson. Thanks for joining us up here.
Chicken dinner.
Second place, Dan Irvine, and from the back to the podium, Matt Watkins, and padding that point lead a little further. Again, great run, Matt, and thanks for joining us, all of our top three here. Thanks, as always, Milty, for joining me up in the booth, my broadcast partner in voice and visage, thanks to the the technology of Skype. Thanks everybody for joining us out there on YouTube. Our series sponsor, Bill Farmer, putting up the hardware these guys are racing for, and Farmer Brothers Contracting.
Trophies.
The Winston Cup. You see, Milty loves his trophies. He wants one of them. He's chomping at the bit.
Here too, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Sam Young, our league owner and boss, for all you do, and of course our series admin, Ryan Johnson, getting those points updated lightning fast, so we can have updated point standings to talk about every post-race show. But I'm going to wrap it up here from Watkins, Glen. Thanks for joining us. Again, I'm your host, Shawn Reap, saying goodnight for FSB Racing Live.